Good morning, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, morning headlines on November 16, 2022. I don't think Trump is the future, voters on 2024 run. BBC, DeSantis swipes at Trump before 2024 announcement, check out the scoreboard from Tuesday night. The Independent, opinion, DeSantis would pave the way for a post-Trump GOP return to normal. The Washington Post, Trump's daughter-in-law sends veiled threat to DeSantis about a presidential bid. Take care with energy use but support will continue, says Sunak. The Guardian, Rishi Sunak tells UK bosses to curtail their pay. Financial Times, high-income executives should embrace pay restraint, says Rishi Sunak. The Independent, UK Sunak urges company executives to embrace pay restraint. Bloomberg, Sunak urges bankers to limit pay rises in battle against inflation, ITV News. Oil flows on Druzhba pipeline suspended in parts of Eastern Europe. Fear of backsliding on Glasgow pledges dominates COP27. The Guardian, leaked COP27 draft reveals, extremely worrying and unacceptable, rollback on climate finance. The Independent, developing countries, China seek loss and damage fund, draft proposal. Reuters, COP27, the year of loss and damage in the Global South. News 18, COP27 President pushes for deal on divisive loss and damage. Midterm results, live, Republicans projected to take House as Kevin McCarthy wins initial GOP speaker vote. The Independent, GOP on cusp of retaking House control with slim majority. The Independent, opinion, when GOP gains lag the popular vote. Palestinian man kills 2 Israelis in West Bank settlement. The Guardian, 3 Israelis killed by Palestinian in West Bank knife and car attack. BBC, IDF prepares to raise home of terrorist who killed 3 Israelis near Ariel. The Times of Israel, Palestinian shot dead in West Bank after killing Israelis. Al Jazeera English, 3 Israeli settlers killed in West Bank stabbing, Palestinian shot dead. Sergei Lavrov, a fixture of Russian diplomacy facing his toughest test in Ukraine. The Guardian, Putin's drained elites are running out of road. The Times, Russian foreign minister taken to hospital after arriving for G20 summit. The Independent, Russia's Lavrov meets UN Secretary-General at G20. Reuters, watch, it's all a game, Russian minister slams hospitalization reports. Rishi Sunak News, live, Hunt expected to lift cap on bankers' bonuses in autumn budget. The Independent, energy support will not end from April, confirms Chancellor Jeremy Hunt. Daily Record, having filled us with fear, Chancellor hints that horrors won't be as huge as he thought. The Guardian, no wonder we're in this mess. We've all gone soft. Herald Scotland, Jeremy Hunt is taking an unnecessary risk by turning back to austerity. We will survive, says Zelensky despite huge power cuts after Russia fires 100 missiles on Ukraine. The Independent, Ukraine war, Russian missiles pound major cities days after Kherson pullout. BBC, Zelensky, 85 rocket strikes launched on Ukraine. Guardian News, Dutch FM takes cover in Kyiv during missile strike. EURACTIV, 7 million homes in dark as missiles pound Ukraine cities. Qatar World Cup, families seek answers over migrant worker deaths. BBC, holding the World Cup in Qatar has damaged football and I will not be going. The Guardian, opinion, on covering the World Cup in Qatar. Cartilage-free captain, Qatar 2022 World Cup workers have died or suffered abuse. Investigation finds, BBC News. BBC News, this World Cup is about much more than football. I've seen the human cost. Donald Trump 2024, 6 ways running for president will be harder this time. BBC, Donald Trump speech live, Trump announces his president campaign, Trump files paperwork for 2024. India Today, behind the 2024 announcement, Trump is the weakest and most desperate he's ever been. The Independent, Americans must reject Trump in 2024. Russia-Ukraine war live news, G20 leaders deplore Russian aggression, in strongest terms. The Guardian, claims of Russian missile strike on Poland trigger NATO emergency talks, BBC News. BBC News, Russian missile kills 2 people in NATO member Poland, U.S. intelligence official says. Sky News, joint statement of NATO and G7 leaders on the margins of the G20 summit in Bali. Précédents français du Conseil de l'Union Européenne 2022, Poland missile strike, footage purports to show aftermath of Russian strike on NATO territory. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.